What?
What's everyone? What's up, everyone? We're back.
Oh, what's going on? Turn the back
Wednesday
on.
nights, Patterdale Talk. 10 p.m. We do this every Wednesday, and we're back again. We're back with Biggs and his kids.
What's up, man?
And yeah, you guys want to say what's up?
What's going on, everybody?
Hi.
Yep, and yeah, today we're gonna get into what more about like the tournament style type events, right, Biggs?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Give out some pointers. Talk about upcoming events. Talk about you guys were currently in Michigan hunting. Talk a little bit about that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we could. I mean, if you want to start off with how was your latest hunt in Michigan? You know.
It was pretty. Well, you want to go ahead? It was pretty good. We got on a possum the first one, and some other people got on coyote and raccoon. But yeah, it was some good walking. Uh, and Yeah, it was good. It was nice to see all the guys, especially Chris. What is his name?
Akins.
Chris Akins, and who else was there?
Okay, bye. It's my turn to talk.
I forgot his name, but it was good to see everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was good to meet new people. It was and see Gabe, Chris, Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin. That's what it was.
And
y'all call him Light Bright. Don't call him Calvin.
We gotta make sure y'all look at our picture. The best light skin picture out there.
Like right. That's good though. That's good. You said it was a what you said a coyote?
Yep.
Yes, they had some nice dogs.
Yeah, they had some good literature. This kennel, I forgot their kennel name, but it was these two young men.
Peterson brothers.
Yeah, the Peterson brothers.
They fun.
Yeah, they were really fun. They had these mallow. Oh yeah, when they eat they had this Malinois, pattern, a couple patterners, and a lurcher, and yeah, they went into the woods and they got into a coyote den, and the parents weren't home while the little pup was running around and they got it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what was the highlight of the Michigan trip?
That mean like my favorite part?
Yeah.
Oh, hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was.
With everybody.
Hanging out.
It was good energy.
It was good.
Great energy.
It was good seeing everybody for a while. We haven't saw them in a while, so
you barely met anybody.
Yes, we do.
Half of them people.
I know Chris. I know what's his name?
Here these two go.
They start with a C. And it was good seeing everybody because we haven't saw them in a while. Yeah. And meeting some new people because there was this some kennel those two kennels that I didn't know about yet. Like we didn't know. Yeah.
We met a dog that been on a bobcat. Yeah, we met a dog that been on a bobcat.
What kind of dog was it?
I don't even know. It was an ugly dog.
The bull terrier.
Yeah, with the weird face.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. That's cool. So that was a nice little get together that was hosted by Chris Akins, put together by the PTCA and Chris Akins, correct?
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. And your upcoming one in August 29th. That's same type vibe, hosted by you though.
What's up, so serious?
Oh, y'all hear him talking?
Oh yeah, my bad.
they're good. But yeah, it'll be hosted by you, and it'll be out your way.
Cuddle Kennels is going to be hosting a big event.
Come hunt with us
in August.
Have fun.
Yeah.
We enjoyed the trip down to Michigan. I'm kind of glad we did because it helped us see what some things that we need to
adjust.
Run into.
Yeah.
Things we could run into.
To perfect ours and perfect others in the future, so we could get to a better situation. for people that's going to travel, for game, the different type of game we got on. We ran into porcupines.
Yes.
We ran one up a tree, but then we also had a dog that got towed up by one. And
mine was next.
It was a good warning.
They could have we was able to get the quails out, because the people that showed up there all teamed up together, medical wise, physical wise. With what I didn't have in medical, somebody else did. So we was able to put it together, but it also taught us what we need to start preparing and carrying
for anything.
Learning before you leave what game you're going to face. Let's make sure we got this stuff on top of that, so if we do run into it, we can deal with it.
Right, but it also showed we were supposed to be in competition, but we also all gathered together to help that.
Yeah, we really wasn't. It wasn't
supposed to be though.
It wasn't really organized for that type of event there. We're organizing it. We're going to try to change the Patterdale world as it's growing. We want to try to create something to help create something that's going to help build the dogs up more. Patterdales are growing, but we're not growing in the right direction. We're losing a lot of the hunters, and it's going into more of a couch dogs, lap dogs.
And you think that is because a lot of the hunters, how should I put this respectfully? I just, older. A lot of the hunters that dealt with the Patterdale are older. Maybe the younger generation doesn't quite know about them and getting into it like that, or
a lot of the new people that's getting involved with them is looking at, oh, they're such a cute dog. Oh, they're such an active dog. And because we got other different activities with dogs, everybody's trying to chase down that perfect dog to jump into an activity. You got dogs that do bite work. Patterdales is not for bite work. They're for hunting. Yeah. But you got people that's taking Patterdales and trying to train them to become the perfect bite work dog.
Yeah.
It's everybody wants something working for what they want it for, instead of how about let's perfect what they're bred for.
Yep, and it's all about the dog you get.
Yeah.
So it's
also probably a fact, Lil, too. Naturally, the world's a little. I mean, let's just keep on hunting. The world, everything's a little softer and dumbed down. So stuff like hunting, there's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of activists and people. Everything's I don't want to say soft, but it is what it is.
It is. It's watering down. That's why you don't see kids out there playing football in the winter like we used to.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's everyone's timid and soft, and hunting. It's
no, y'all getting soft out there.
But yeah, one thing about the
no.
So we ain't got time for that. So now we're our whole goal is to try to get the coon hounds got competitions. The band dogs got competition. They doing a lot of competitions with a lot of hunting dogs for game. I mean, you can make a couple dollars out of it. You can do the trophies, whatever that's going to encourage more people to work their dogs. And after this weekend, we had come up with let's design something that's overseas, over there on the other side of the pond. They working their dogs for them competitions. They're making you got people traveling all over making a name for themselves based off the competitions and the tournaments they got over there.
Yeah,
why can't we do the same thing? We don't have to fly all the way over there. I love them. I got love for them. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them people over there. But we could do the same here, and they can come here too.
Yeah, because it's good to travel because you get to feel new or different ground that you're hunting your dog in. Because sometimes people got soft.
I get it. They got big dogs, but they got some little dogs over there. they were sending little dogs over here.
Yeah.
So, but for here, I think that we could step our game up into more of a competition where we could open the doors up for more people to travel, meet other people that's in the same passion that we in. These dogs is not going to create their future without us. They're going to die out unless we continue the history to the present to the future for them. So if we're traveling low and building them up, then they'll start working these dogs, but they'll also buy the dogs. You got to separate your peddler from the bloodline that's getting put out there that's working.
Yep.
And
So Serious had a question. Where in Michigan was you guys?
Omer?
Yeah.
Omer, Michigan. I don't know.
Omer, Michigan.
Mostly
farm out there, or was it just?
It was a lot of just country,
just open land, or
more,
farms,
it was like open land. It was a lot of open land, almost the same scenery like ours. We probably got
more crop. Like
we got more
houses.
We had orchards. They had more open field for like corn, stuff like that. It was more cornfields than anything.
It's a different like place.
Different spot to be in to learn about.
But like we walked into a different game. We walked into porcupines.
Right, and I didn't walk into no things poking my body.
That was something I was gonna ask you. Is there any, even if you didn't see it, is there any game out there that we don't have out here?
Yeah, porcupine.
Just the porcupine that I saw. And
you guys don't have porcupines where you're at?
It's down there in some areas.
You don't have porcupines nowhere where you're at, Biggs?
Yeah. Huh?
You never seen you never seen a porcupine where you're at?
No.
No.
Closest we got porcupines is up in PA, so a little further up in PA.
I don't even think I've seen it.
New York.
We got porcupines out here, even if it's like, I could drive like a half an hour, 40 minutes away from where I'm at to like New Hampshire, and there's porcupines.
New York, we got more like fishers, the minks, the raccoons, the groundhogs, we really don't have nothing that stands out besides that type of stuff.
Okay. Do they have I never really looked into it. Do they have badger out there?
In Michigan, in some areas they do.
Okay.
What does badger look like?
It's like
you want to look it up.
It's like meek face.
He didn't have a really lot of game out there for a lot of us. And I just truly say that all the people that came prepared. They came to work with the dog. So that's a badger.
Yeah. Oh, those is ugly.
So it was I'm gonna say for like further reference, and that even includes us, when we do a show or invite people, we need to do our homework in the areas that we're working in. We need to know what we're dealing with, how we're dealing with the land, how far we go on the land, where we can't go at on the land. We need property lines. Because over this weekend it made me realize I will put flags up like in the designation areas that we can go in and can't go in. I have a little difference than he did because my whole community supports it. So we got, maybe about 20, 30 miles of straight down of land that they already know we're here. They already know we're going to be back there. So we don't have those we wouldn't have no problem with that situation. But like for the game, if you know you got a group or a group of people coming, prepared to let that vegetation grow, let that game build up over there. Because help it build up if you can. Because if you got a bunch of people coming, you want to be able to get them on game. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see nobody coming to Buffalo, New York, driving 100 from 100 miles to 1,000 miles just for nothing. You know, don't get me wrong. We all enjoy ourselves together, but you came to be on fur. That's what we're gonna do. Now that we're getting the PTCA a lot more involved with Calvin Kaczynski owning, he's standing out a lot more than how it was. He's he's supporting anybody who wants to do an event. He's sponsoring. He want to put in on it if you need his help putting in on it. But we also got other people in the Patterdale community that will come down and help out too. We all work as one big family to get everybody that's in the passion of the Patterdales together up under one roof, one land, and have a great time. So we kind of designed this new look to it, which I let a lot of the pioneers look at who helped started the Patterdales here in the United States, and they all loved it. They loved every bit of it. They said it was never done. I got people across the pond that reached out and I sent them the information, and it was, wow, this is something that I didn't expect to see. We're gonna put it together in a sense direction that we're gonna play by the book with it, but it's gonna help get dogs titled. Start making these dogs, get up and do something and get a name. Don't want to hear it comes from a working stock no more. We want to see the dog work. Let's see that dog work. When people go to Jamie Parks and they buy a dog, they say, oh, we know about your dogs. We know about the Vessels dog. We hear about them everywhere because there's a lot of people working them. That's what we want to continue hearing.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't want to hear about what Jamie did this weekend. People showed up with Jamie dogs. Them dogs was on the ground working. So now if those guys decided to want to sell some puppies, hey, I would definitely vouch on it because I've seen
the parents are, yeah, the parents of work is not the grandparents or the great grandparents.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that. I want to see the parents physically work. Somebody jumped on one of my stats and he posted a video of puppies. Talk about come get some hunting dogs. And when I say, are you gonna come out and hunt your dogs? He had nothing to say.
Yeah.
But for me, I would have deleted him out the group if he was in my group because you're a waste of our time right there. You're not in here. You're just here to make $1 off some puppies. That's probably ain't shit.
Yeah, and you're calling them hunting dogs off the past of what what they were bred for, but your dogs haven't done nothing.
Yeah, and don't tell me that you ain't got time to do it because I believe me, I make time. Raising 5 kids in the house and dealing with sports and working and everything. We get out there and hunt dogs.
Yes, you do.
So nobody can tell me there is no such thing as you can't make time to do something like that. And it's kind of crazy to have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old that's been hunting since they was 6 and 7 out there hunting more than most people. Get out and hunt. Get out and work your dog. Take the dog in your backyard. Work the groundhog in your yard. We don't want to see the dog watching TV. It ain't gonna get make a name watching TV.
And especially if you're selling pups, talking about come get some hunting dogs.
Yeah, that's.
If you don't put that work in, they'll show it. I ain't gonna want a puppy.
It's called a Patterdale, not a Patterdale.
Patterdale.
But
Called a Patterdale.
that Patterdale. But our event this August is going to be open for everybody that want to come down and work a dog. The first part of the event is we're pretty much going to start early morning. The dogs we're going to do a groundhog hunt first.
Okay.
We have a community area. Ronald, you've been there before. We're gonna let everybody get a few hours, about 4 hours of working their dogs in there. I gave 4 hours more for the dig than more for the locate. I don't.
Makes sense.
Nobody should have a problem locating the groundhog. After that 4 hours of that, we'll go into a lunch. We'll have a couple people come out with some venues to sell food or whatever. We'll chill for a little bit. And about 1 o'clock, I believe it's around 1 o'clock, we're going to do the raccoons area. We're going to take everybody for raccoon work.
Okay.
We'll do that for at least 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours. And the evening time, I have an area set up that we're going to put. We will have some raccoons that's caged up, possibly some other things. And we're going to put them in an area where people can come work young dogs and practice on working on a location, and even dogs that's not even a Patterdale breed. We never close the door for those dogs.
Now, is there saying that just because you said dogs that are not the Patterdale breed, is there a size limit as far as the dog? Like people come out with the lurchers, just come out with the Malinois, the presses, whatever.
For that particular part, it doesn't matter. When we do go for the coons, there is we are using judges, so I would prefer more Patterdales than anything. I don't have no issues with the other bigger dogs coming out there getting involved, but them dogs is not getting titled, and your dog most likely won't catch the credit for that big dog helping working it for it. Our Patterdales is put for the job. So if just say if I got Sam out there to my lurcher, he's helping locate stuff. My dog can't get no credit for that.
What little dog he got?
Who? I said it. Who got a little dog?
I don't know. What?
Oh.
Cinnamon.
Oh, they was talking about Cinnamon.
Who is Cinnamon?
The
little brown dog that I was out there with.
You named the dog Cinnamon?
Yeah. Cinnamon, eh? Cinnamon, just like cinnamon. Sweet and soft.
Oh, yeah, you did bring a little brown. The dog named Cinnamon?
Yeah. Cinnamon spice. Ain't a damn thing nice.
Ain't a damn thing nice. He wasn't playing either. So, we will do that. We don't want no distractions on that situation because I really want people to get their dogs titled. Our dogs can't grow if we're not putting them in a position to grow. So I come with the old school, but I also I have to look at the new school with it. I get it. A lot of people don't care about the entitlement. A lot of people don't care about the paperwork. But in order for us to keep the dog breed alive, we still have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that being said, I mean, it's vice versa too. There's a lot of people who do care about the paperwork and all that. You know what I
Right.
mean, and the titles and all that. So, and then it's vice versa. And
And then
thanks, Jamie. Thanks for thanks for the love on
at the end of the
the
day,
little
I
dog.
mean, at the end of the day, it's not about the human; it's about the dog. If that dog earned that respect, give it to him.
Yeah.
You know, why would you not want to give the dog the respect? You're gonna get a dog the respect to die in the ground, but you won't get a dog the respect to get a name out there. That don't make sense.
Yeah. And like
You
we
know,
always say, it's at the end of the day, yeah, you want to win, but I mean, me myself, I mean, I'm rooting again. Like I always say, it's us, it's us versus the rodents. It's not, you know what
right?
I mean? It's not dog really versus the dog. So we rooting for all dogs to do good, and whoever wins, who wins, whoever
It's
wins wins. But again, and that's how tournaments go. Just a dog that wins this week can end up coming in third place next week. You know what
right.
I mean?
Exactly.
Obviously that this event won't be set up with weekly or nothing, but just use it as an example. You know what I mean? Every dog has their day type thing. So
And we look for. I mean, even when we was down there, we was more happy. We were just happy that any of our dogs got on game.
hmm
Let's celebrate. You know what I'm saying? It's our dogs got on it. Let's do something. This is a proud moment for everybody. It ain't just for one person.
and you're
Uh,
building the Patterdale community, which is the Patterdale family, the Patterdale community, which is great. And it's not a Patterdale community where we just got Patterdales and we're going to the dog park. They're doing what they were bred to do and what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
um. Now, I do have the competition part, which a person will be allowed the entry fee, pay the entry fee, put their dog. If you got the confidence that your dog is gonna go hard with this with the earthwork, because this is where the competition is going into the earth.
hmm
So this is not nothing for the bigger dogs or outside that range. If you think your dog is too big to go in that hole, don't put your money down on it.
hmm
Everybody that's involved with it will release their dog at the same time, free cast release. Um, we're gonna do it in the groundhog area,
hmm
and your dog has to locate, get down there, get into a gauge. You have to dig to your dog. We are allowing um, people to have more than one digger because you can't just do it by yourself. So we
Yeah.
want you to have
Don't kennels got
we
groups?
not all of them.
Sometimes it's just one
We're
person.
looking to see about maybe we're gonna keep it at two people besides you, or we allow you to have three people besides you.
hmm
And to get to your dog as fast as possible. Um, we're gonna put a time frame on the situation, and at the end of the time frame, we're gonna see who pulled out the PTCA will their points will follow that
hmm
all the way around the circle. But we're also going to look at for the competition itself. How many games did you pull out? Um, weight wise, same thing like how they do in fishing with chartering. They, how many? How big is your cooler? We're gonna weigh everything up and add it all up.
hmm
The judges will pay attention to how your day go. Um, I will have a sheet that the judges will mark off everything that we're looking for, and that's we'll determine how at the end who did the greatest out of that, and that person
Okay.
with cash prize, with a cash prize. Um, we do have a fourth part because a lot of people was calling me, hoping those people show up that called me. And it's asking instead of having it just um the whole day of hunting, can we add a Sunday in there? said, sure. So we added Sunday in there now. We're gonna keep the event going all the way up until like Sunday afternoon, Sunday late afternoon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We will have a late dinner Saturday, which we Cut Up Kennels is we're gonna sponsor the dinner. We're gonna do some grill stuff for everybody. We'll have drinks, we'll have it all there. And then we'll pick back up on the hunt that morning. I believe we're gonna do the trophies and everything probably Sunday afternoon. Before everybody leave. We're looking for best male in show, best female in show. Then plus the competition. And we're gonna turn it up. We will have a time frame that we allow any dog that they want to bring out there to go out and hunt. We'll have a whole nother area that we haven't touched, that you can bring any dog and get it. So any questions?
No, not in the comments right now. But Billy Houston said paperwork is key, just my opinion. But blessed to have the PTCA in the hands of handler to keep the paperwork going strong. Just walked in a minute ago. What's up, Billy?
What up, Billy?
What's up, Billy?
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with the paperwork thing. I mean, me personally, I always want to know the bloodline and be able to follow back on the dogs I have. You know what I mean?
Right, because everybody got their own choice of what they like. You know, it's every bloodline has its own signature.
Exactly.
What's my history for mine? It really goes back to the Masons. And I remember my mentor, Mr. Henderson, used to tell me, he'll call me, say, Biggs, remember this. The dogs you got, that bloodline, those dogs, even when you breed them, they're bred to die in the ground. So if you want to keep them preserved, you need to retire them and keep them retired, because they're going to die in the ground. You know, so and he wasn't lying. I probably lost more dogs than a lot of people even counted in 1 year. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, in 1 year, I mean, you currently, I maybe what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, you lost a dog or two?
Yeah, not even 3 months. It was about 2 months ago. We lost little Rowdy in there, Golden Rowdy, on the groundhog. You know?
Yeah. Jamie Parks, sounds like there will be something for everybody to do there.
Yes, sir.
I promise you it will be.
You get your dog or something, Jamie.
For those who want to even go look for coyotes, I have no problems. I ain't going to guarantee you're going to find them, but we can even take them out there for that.
Yeah, we found for those who wasn't tuned in when we did the kind of recap, when I was out there, we found a nice sized coyote den, graveyard by it and all that. So they were over there, and right before we drove over there, we seen about 8 deer. So
yeah,
them coyotes over there are living good.
You know, so we're gonna have something for everybody to do. I definitely, those who are new into this sport, I would encourage that they come. We'll set something up to help them. We have no problems helping them learn how to get their dogs going. It's we're not here to be better than nobody. We just, you know, we learn. We always gonna learn regardless. We still learning ourselves. but we also here to teach people that's behind us. You know, so we look forward to it.
We also got the another thing chapter that that's coming up with the PTCA is the this right here, the New England Patterdale Terrier Club, which is also the a registry where over here we're just doing the only registering working Patterdales. So like the PTCA, of course, everyone knows they register any Patterdale, but over here we'll just be registering working Patterdales, but they will obviously already be registered to PTCA, these dogs that are registered, but they have to be proven. There's a whole bunch of steps and all that. If you go to the website, you could check it out. But yeah, that's another thing we're doing is so that way we could section off just the working Patterdales, and from years to come, you know, if you're looking for the working bloodline period, you could check out over New England Patterdale Terrier Clubs where you know that all their dogs are only workers that been proven. And again, if you go to the website, you'll see the dogs dogs and owners go through certain steps to show they're proven.
We definitely gonna be a part of it.
Yeah, for sure. Just like I'm gonna be a part of cut up kennels, you know how that goes.
Bro, Reggie know about the league because he got to do his homework.
Have a good night, everybody. It was good having you.
Yeah, you too, King. Have a good night. Good night.
I'm gonna move in, let him move out.
But what do you say? What's the biggest mistake you notice about people new to the breed? And Big, you can answer that better than I can. You've been doing it longer.
That I noticed, that I actually notice is they listen to a lot of the wrong people. They listen to people that's really not working their dogs in, or those people are basing their information off of other people that's working dogs that they're, you know, trying to get the encouragement of a friend or down the road that hey, this guy his grandfather used to hunt him, and his grandfather ain't hunted him in about 65 years.
Yeah. And there's a lot of you know, we all been on the internet doing our homework, reading up on them, and you know, there's a lot of bullshit videos on YouTube and stuff like that.
Definitely a lot of bullshit videos that they watch it, and they picking up a lot of those bad.
Yeah, 10 tips on Patterdales, 10 tips on why you should have one, 10 tips on why you shouldn't have one, and then
that stuff right there is, you know, don't listen to that. I'll tell you like this. You want to learn more about a Patterdale, you get up and go to school where you invited to. It is, you know, those who invite you to come home with them, go out there and watch them work their dogs and
hands on.
Take it from there. Because, you know, the first time I ever went hunt, I went down to North Carolina, and it was crazy because I was told by my mentor before he passed away, God rest his soul, you don't stuff a dog in a hole. You don't force a dog in a hole. When I got down there, I would say my 2 dogs was probably out of 40 dogs out there. And I watched a shitload of grown men try to stuff their dogs down the hole. And my question to them was, I thought we're not supposed to stuff our dogs in the holes or force them in the hole. And all the years experience these people had, they couldn't even give me a good direct answer on why they were stuffing their dogs in the hole. If your dog don't want to go in that ground, you don't force that dog to go in the ground. Because
hands-on is the best way.
Right. Somewhere down the road, you messed up where that reason why that dog is not going down in the hole. You can't blame that on genetics. You know, or the encouragement is for us to wake the genetics up for the dog to do what it's supposed to do.
So what if saying that real quick? Now, you know, and just because we both come from the pit bull world where genetics is huge too. You know what I mean? Now what if it's something where, you know, we were saying that, you know, people are getting Patterdales and, you know, they're just couch dogs. What if you get a Patterdale where his father and mother was couch dogs, his grandfather and grandfathers were couch dog, great, you know what I mean? Where you go back 3-4 generations on this Patterdale and they're all couch dogs. You think it's something in there? You think that switch is still in there where it could be turned on?
I would look at it like you would look at the Incredible Hulk, David Banner. If he don't get angry, you will never see it, right? So it's always possible for that dog genetics to wake up, but it's up to you. If you take a female that's never worked and a male that never worked and you bred them, they did bite work with it. Most likely, what you're going to get in the new genetics, you're going to get a dog biting. 9 out of 10. But now, if you take a dog that does got history of, or they down genetics down the road, it's a possibility you could take a 6-week-old puppy, and as long as you encouraging this dog to do it, you can open it up. It's possible. But you also could pick up some bad stuff that's done got genetically installed into this dog. So it's a risky chance.
It's a big risk, yeah, but you can something could still click. I agree. It's a big risk, but because it's been in them so long.
Let's take Mr. Mason. Love him to death. Mr. Mason too old to be working dogs.
Yeah.
When he sell, we don't. You can't expect him to get out there and go work a dog at 80-something years old. He could try, but you know it
wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest
it. Him to go force him out there. So a lot of his stuff is based off of what he's done bred from the past and whatever. So when you brought your pup out here to us,
I knew you was going. I knew you was going.
She come from
perfect example. Yeah, perfect example. Yep, you're correct.
But what did I tell you? I said, don't touch her. Let her do. You started her off young enough where you got her spark going. Now, versus somebody take a 9-month, 10-month dog or a year, 2-year-old dog, and then they want to take it out and try to hunt. That dog ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a chance you take, but everything come with the risk.
Definitely.
Do I want to hunt dogs that the working stock and they ain't have no working stock in the blood? No. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't want that. And a lot of people that's really into it, it's not going to want that either.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't want to spend.
Go ahead.
I don't want to spend $1,400, $1,500 for a dog just because you just got it. I'm buying a dog because it's for a reason. Just like you buy a car, you're not just going to drive any car. If you like Fords, you like Fords for your reasons. So I sell puppies when I do get some and I let some go. I sell them for $1,200. For me, that's a working man price for today. I'm not going to give you something off of some bullshit. I'm going to tell you to come down here and see the parents work. And 95% of the time, I keep half my litters anyways. So I want to make sure that litter turned out good. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all don't work yours that you got from me, mine do.
Yours working.
So you can't say, hey, I don't know what happened. You know?
Let me ask Mama a question real quick. What's the main thing you're looking forward to at an event that basically, I mean, you and King will be hosting with your pops. We already know you guys diggers just like anyone else, you know what I mean? So what's the main thing you're looking forward to? Again, meeting people, showing people y'all how much game y'all got, doing, you know what I mean? You know how to answer that?
gotta answer that.
I guess.
What you looking forward to? Like what you looking forward to? Event that will basically be hosted by Cut Up Kennels.
Coming out. Coming and working the dogs.
Everyone coming out and working their dogs.
And then having fun. Enjoy it. That's what I feel. Come and enjoy yourself with your dog. Have fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Oh, Billy Houston got a question. What's to say? Oh, if he's out there, if he comes out by himself, would you be able to find him a digger, Biggs, or would someone be able to help him out?
Mr. Houston, we would never allow nobody to come out there, and I mean nobody come out there by themselves, and we're not helping them dig. If you put your dog into the competition part, which the entry fee for cash prize, you got every option of 2 to 3 people, whatever. If we choose to have 2 people dig with you, we haven't made that final decision. If we're just gonna have to, I want to say we're gonna go with 2 people plus you. You can, out of the whole group, you can pick 2 people that's out there, and they could dig with you and work with you as a team.
You just ruined it.
Why?
Because I don't got 2 people in my group. I got more than just 2 people.
We got a lot of people in our group, but we're not. How can I say? If we get involved in it, it would be we would rather. First of all, my whole goal for that was because we are the host. I was looking to ask everybody that's there who would be would it be okay for y'all to get into it?
Oh, we not hunting our dogs.
We're the hosts. I'm not here to. I mean, I'll put the same interest in, but
I gotta sit.
The goal is if everybody we coming to make sure everybody else have a good time. I ain't saying we got a better dog than them, but you know what I'm saying. Some people might feel I don't know if we want y'all in it because this is y'all territory. Y'all know the land. So it would be up. We're gonna leave that up to the people that show up before the competition. They don't mind us putting one of our dogs in. Then it would be one of y'all 3 to go in there and hunt. Oh, well. And we'll probably use y'all young ones like you, BB, and King.
If we ain't hunt our dogs, I'm jumping in somebody else's group.
You could do that. You able to do that.
Like who was the guy who just?
You could always jump in someone else's group. They're gonna be a lot of people gonna be looking for another person to help dig and stuff like that.
He gonna be there, and Keith coming.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. I'll be there with my. Y'all didn't meet him, but I'll be there with my brother.
So you don't. I mean, it's not that I'm trying to be funny about it. It's just I know some people will try to say, "Hey, y'all live here. This is y'all territory." Well, I'd rather for them to say, "We have no problems. You releasing the dog as well." Will I be physically doing it? No. 9 out of 10, I'll be helping with the video in it because we're going to video everything. I know. I video. I'm a video man. Yeah. Do I know how to do it? You bet I do.
Okay, Dad. That's too much.
Okay.
You got Jamie Park. Uncle Jamie was saying bye to King. Have a good night.
He said
good night. Have a good night, Jamie.
He said love you.
Love you too.
We got trying to push him down the hole or across the line is no.
And do not see your dog in a hole with a leash.
What did I tell you, Wood? I said don't touch that damn dog.
You pushing a dog.
Yeah, you did. You did. What'd you say about the leash, Mama?
Oh, I said do not see your dog down in a hole with a leash on because your dog could get stuck. Your dog could get stuck with the leash on his neck, or you could suffocate your dog if you try to pull it out or something, or it could get snagged in dirt. Roots. There's a lot of roots in the ground. It's already bad. It's got the locator box on it.
Exactly. Yep. And I've seen videos where people got their dogs in holes with the leash on and stuff. So yeah, and actually, Biggs, remember you were saying earlier about people learning about the Patterdale and watching videos that are bullshit, and the best thing to do is go hands on, and you know,
It
get
is.
out and dig with people. Not to big up, not to like, you know, big up this channel and stuff like that, but at they can come check out our videos, past videos on this
Oh
channel where
yeah.
we have a lot of everyone that we talk to on here got experience. We're not just talking to some people that got you know, just started.
Yo,
Everyone we got on here got, yeah. I mean, we already, and we're gonna keep going and get bigger names on here, but yeah, we already had plenty of people on here that got years of experience with all types of hunting. I mean, we had a guy on here talking about hunting with hawks and his lecture and Patterdale all together type thing. So you
yeah,
know what I mean? So
you learn everything is got different ways, but you can't. The best way to learn it is hands on.
yeah,
This
that's
this
what
weekend,
anything.
this weekend it might have blew our mind that we had to see a dog getting towed up by the porcupine, but we learned very quick on how to deal with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So for now, I'm in, cut up kennels we have been in we don't been in over 10 states hunting. And when we run into a porcupine, I best believe I'll have the gear ready for that. If we have to run in that situation, you know what I'm saying? We might not be able to make it to a vet. You know what I'm saying? So we're always going to learn how to move in different situations, and the
Adapt.
more you adapt to different locations and different game, that's the stronger your dog is getting, and the more value that brings to your dog. When it's time to retire that dog, and damn, this dog have been on raccoons, groundhogs, porcupines, badgers. You can't say you cannot take nothing from that dog. That dog earned everything that it won. Now, if that man want to sell puppies for $3,000, he earned it. And if you really want that puppy off that man dog right there, you're gonna pay it.
Let me ask you a question real quick now that we just because you said that. Do you think there is a do you think the Patterdale is like, do you think there is the highest price? Like do you think when people say, "Oh, I'm selling their Patterdale for $2,000," or I've seen years, I'm not gonna name any kennels or whatever, but a couple years back there was a
It was
kennel.
2,500. I already know.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
do you think
I
that's
feel
too
like
much, or do you think if it's what do you think?
I I I I, I think the value of a dog is what you're willing to spend on the dog. Um, I'm not gonna say no names, but I spent well over 5,000 for a Patterdale before. Um,
Okay.
and I got a couple of discounts on some things.
Did that
Um,
Patterdale, not to cut you off, did that Patterdale end up being worth what you paid for it?
he was worth every bit of it.
Okay.
No,
No.
for the trap, but it was the dog didn't cost them much. Is that as much? That much, but after putting all the money into the traveling and everything else,
Yep.
I spent that money.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hell, I got other breeds that I done spent well over for South African Borbos. When we first started dealing with them dogs, spent money. I mean, if you really want something, you're gonna spend the money. If people want to charge a price for their dog, you can't tell that man that he can't charge that price. You don't have that. He can't force you. He ain't put a gun to your head to buy the dog. Now, if he's out there working the shit out this dog, and this dog is pounding, and this dog is producing the same as what he's doing, then if they say, "Hey, give me $2,500 for this dog puppies," I'll pay it.
Mm-hmm.
I had more people tell me, "Oh, you should be giving your dogs away for free." 350, 250, 400. And I looked at him and I said, at the end of the day, I spend that money on doctor bills.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Dog
shit. That's
food.
I was about to say that's dog food. And if you got several dogs, that's definitely dog food. I mean,
So if I'm
I feed
spending,
my dog
why would
raw.
I spend all my
That's
money out just to give you a dog for the price you want the dog for?
Mhm.
What am I? I mean, I ain't trying to get rich. I'm damn sure I ain't getting rich off this, but I do have to take care of stuff. I still have to take care of home. I still got to pay for my time. I go to work every day to feed my kids and family. So now I got to also feed dogs and make sure that you happy with what you want. If you really wanted it, when you go to Kmart's or Walmart and you go buy that computer, they don't give it to you for the price you
Yeah,
want.
250, 350 is crazy. I mean, if you just had a litter of 4 dogs, you paid more than that. If you had a litter of 3 dogs, you might have paid more than 250
Yeah,
on getting in shots. You know what I mean?
you're gonna spend you're
Depending on where
still
you're
gonna.
at.
So
So
I don't think it should be a ridiculous price. But I do believe that if somebody gonna sell puppies out their yard, make sure they worth it.
mhm.
Don't
Me
and
personally, I think they should be at the very least 1,000. Just because you still, you know what I'm saying? Just because dogs ain't cheap, and what if you're using them, like if you're someone who got a little land, even a little land, excuse me, or even a little farm, and you got a couple Patterdales, they could save you a lot of money.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So me personally, I think they should be at least 1,000 up. I don't think they should be nothing crazy, 2,500 or
I look
something
at it
like that. But I think there is dogs out there or pups out there that might be worth 25. You know what I
it
mean?
is. It
Even if it's to keep the bloodline alive, you know what I mean? Type thing. But
just like when I spoke to you, and a lot of people might not agree with me how I do mine, but this is how I do
yeah,
it.
that's how it goes. To each our
I
own. To each our own.
You talk, we talk. I told you, number no 1,200 male, female, adult, puppy, 1,200. But I don't sell my dogs to people that don't
And
work.
not working.
I tell you to come down, come work with, come. Let us show you how to work these dogs if you're new in this. If I already know you hunt them, then I might have to change the scenario if you at a far distance. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't see my dogs working, I'm not sending you no paperwork. I get a lot of people that will call me and say, "Hey, I want a pup." Okay, well, here's the deal. I prefer you to come down and see what you're getting out my yard. I don't give up on paperwork until the dog is at least 2 years. But I need to see within that 2 year frame. If you can send me videos of clear videos of this dog working, or I physically see this dog working, then you can have the paperwork to the dog with no problem. But this is just that's my
That's
standard
the
for
way
my
you go
yard.
about doing
This
things.
is
Yeah.
I have my own bloodline. I don't came out of that bloodline into my own. My generations don't follow. Done built up. So now it's my shit. So I don't want to just put my dogs in anybody's hand because I
Hmm.
know what I'm about to give them. I know that by the time these little puppies leave off my property, they already killing something. They killing mice and rats. We already letting them play with the raccoons' bodies and stuff with the older dogs. So if you come to get we already set your fire for you. So all you have to do is continue it and do what you're gonna do with it. There's
Hmm.
never been a person that complained about a puppy leaving off my yard to their yard.
I heard good things.
I always heard
You
good
make
things.
sure, yeah. Make sure your bloodline does what it
Pup
does.
that Keith got, look how that mom she turned out.
That dog was abusive. She beat us up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's down the road. Would I start asking for a little more? I might not. I might do. I don't know. They might take over and say, hey, you know what? we done got all these years in, and we still working these dogs out here for people. We deserve to get $2,000 for a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come down here and see what you getting, you might not have no reason to say, nah, it's worth $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when think about it, when you came down here, do you think that the puppies was worth what I asked for?
Yeah.
The stock you seen coming off of,
Yeah.
they work for you with no problem.
Yeah. I was out there working with the parents. What was that? Fire and Chase myself. So
yes, my dogs don't have a problem working with other people at all.
You know, so and they was working for y'all. They wasn't working for us.
Yeah, we was out there for sure. They was definitely
you
doing
know,
their
I was
thing.
thinking about starting a business of renting my dogs out when you come visit, like a renting the boat out. You want to go out, we take you out for a hunt, we rent you the dog if you ain't got your own dog. Because just that they work just that good for you.
Yeah.
They wasn't doing nothing less than what they would do for me. When you called that dog name and said check that hole, he was in that motherfucking hole.
Definitely. Every time. And did
90%
what he had to do.
90% of the people come here. I don't work the dog for them. They work I let them work my dog. I like the video of them. So you seeing what you working with. You can't.
Yeah, we got what's so serious saying. I've been patiently studying Pats for the last 2 years. I'm looking forward to getting one soon. Just don't want to get one from the wrong kennel, wrong owner, wrong breeder. Yeah, man. Just
that's understandable.
Yeah, and I actually
that was selling puppies, and my man Jamar down here bought one, and this dude had these puppies in the apartment. Jamar really didn't know what was going on, but when me, Mr. Parks, and a bunch of us we found out who it was. Every little Patterdale that man was sending out there was pieces of crap.
Fire talk.
But he made a platform on making them dogs look that good.
Yeah, you know how that goes. That goes with every breed.
Whoever you get your dog from, try to go out there and physically hunt with them. Watch them work their dogs, help them work their dogs, participate so you go pick up and learn. Because if you don't know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and I actually spoke to So Serious. Shout out to you. Yeah, he contacted me on Facebook Messenger or whatever, and I told him, when he's ready, just let me know, and I'll stay to the right way. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, you got different bloodlines out here. We don't know what you like, but come get it.
Definitely, we got Anthro cut up in company. Got to be one of the best families to get a pup from Chairs.
Thank you.
I agree. I've been out there with him.
We do out there.
Definitely, yeah. I've been out with cut up kennels. I see how they do. I definitely agree. Billy Houston, thumbs up sounds good. I guess he's saying that to the you guys saying that
Oh yeah.
When we answer,
can't
you
wait
guys
for you to get out here.
Got a digger for him.
I got to get some more pictures with you, man. I can't wait for you to get out here.
We got Bees Will Stink.
I look forward to seeing you. Hoping you come into the event. It's going to be worth it. Every bit of it.
Yeah. That will get your dog killed. Keep it and lean on. Yep, and that's what Mama was saying earlier. The dog, dog could get caught down there and on a root or whatever else, and yeah, dog end up dead for sure. Has that ever you learned that from experience, Mama, or you just knowing that because it's kind of common sense?
So we learned that from
experience.
Who do we have on the leash?
Reggie. He go hunting by himself, and I had to go over there and say, "Stop, Foxy."
No, guys, I was taking Foxy out because I saw a groundhog.
You go do your homework.
We got the groundhog trap. I hit him with my pellet gun, and I tried to get her on it because I saw the back of it, and then somehow the leash got stuck, and yeah, I had to go get her help. So
I can tell you where we did have the experience of losing a dog, and that was little Missy. That was on her
She did that
cable.
to herself.
She was on the cable when she went and she dug into a rat hole, dug down in the ground,
To the neighbor's
and,
house.
and over into the neighbor, up under the fence into the neighbor's ground, and had the cable around her neck and died and choked herself out. She was the type of dog that would, whether you was choking her, she still kept going.
And she was crazy when you took her out because she was
And,
sit up
and,
on
and
the
it's
ground.
funny because Calvin, we had the first event down here. Calvin, me and Calvin, and he was just actually speaking about it over the weekend about that incident. We found little Missy, full fur Missy, in the ground on a groundhog. She had a root around her throat and a root around her stomach, and she was killing herself. And when we got there, luckily Doc found her in the ground because she couldn't bark. She was in hold, and Doc found her, and me, Calvin, we dug out all around her. We found the root, so we had to cut the root off of her because she was jammed up in the root. And when he, that light bright guy, he kind of like shaved the dirt off the groundhog, and of course he let the groundhog jump up in the air and jump on me. So, yeah, but no leashes on the dog. I mean, you got people that just drop dogs in the hole, like the old school. But to let a dog go down in the ground with a leash or anything like that, no, I would never suggest that. You know.
Yeah. Jamie Park, Billy Houston, I'll be proud to tow the shovel for you. Not sure about the digging. My Florida swamp man, hell yeah, I'm getting that in shape. Just carry the water, my friend. That's just Billy and Jamie talking.
Listen.
The young lady made me wonder, do they make locator boxes that are built for the collar these days? No box? Like the perimeter collars. Oh, yeah. I mean, better yet, microchip collars. No, as far as the the locating collars, they don't make anything.
No, they don't.
He's right though. Like you would think these days someone's gonna do it. Probably is that they're gonna make a collar that's more flat. You know what I mean? Because they could with the technology these days, they got to be able to do it where it's not that
the problem
chunky,
is
not
they
that
work
chunky box.
right. They working on stuff like that, but the problem is we don't have that working here in the States. We need to start getting something built in the States like that.
What you mean?
It is for here. The Patterdales is growing, so equipment for the Patterdales need to start growing, and we need to start doing that here in America.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So other places, because the Patterdale's big, they have stuff like that.
You gotta take less. I mean, don't get me wrong. The other side of the pond is definitely got they perks, but they don't really got a lot of stuff to really work like we do. They got the badger, they got the fox. I think they mild on coons. They don't got groundhogs. You come here, you got groundhogs, badger,
You got
fox.
everything. Yeah.
You got everything.
Just depending what state you're in, but yeah, you got everything.
We got so much game to hunt down here compared to what they got, and a lot of their stuff is what considered illegal. Ours is, certain areas are illegal. It all depends on what's the rules. New York State, they would never make it illegal because it helps them keep the control. You know, so no, I agree. They need to somebody need to try to come in and build something that's going to be worth, saying a lot better to work with. So,
yeah, because I mean, that's a good question. Because I would think by this time, they would make something that's more flat and not so chunky around the dog's neck.
Yeah,
that could also locate. You know what I
it was
mean?
designed. If those locators are designed for them going into the badger holes and the fox holes, they wasn't designed for groundhogs and smaller game.
Stink said, man, come on, these dogs should be a working man's price.
Okay, but what do you consider?
I agree. I just think they should be
If brother said
1,000
a
and up
working man
at
price,
least.
I agree. A working man price. I have more people tell me 1,200 is not a working man price. 300 and 400 is a working man price, and that's not.
I would say at least 1,000 for these dogs. Just the fact that you're getting a dog. I mean, some of these people, if you had a litter, they might have spent more. Not might have. They probably most likely spent more than 1,000 just keeping them right for the 6 to 8 weeks or to where you could pick them up. So you know what I mean.
You don't spend well over $400 or $500 for the first few weeks.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but I think he was just talking about more like the 25 and the 2,000 and all that.
I agree.
So I agree with him when it comes to that high. I agree with what's that? Billy Houston. 1,000 a pup would like to see a adult dog proven on several digs and on the game at 2K prices. Yeah, of course.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you're paying 2K, it definitely got to be the parents definitely got to be workers. They definitely been they definitely got to be some dogs that
I
been
would
putting
tell you
work.
this: I got fire from Jamie Parks,
Mm-hmm.
and she helped produce a lot of my dogs in my yard. What I'll say if I really wanted to be on it, Fire Pups I would say is worth about a $2,000 dog. She's worth every bit of it.
Every dog she produced, kill everything.
Yeah, everything she produced came out doing what they need to do, unless somebody took it home and broke it or just didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Henderson, Doc Moeller, that dog was when I got Doc and started my Patterdales. Doc was a phenomenal dog. We're talking about a dog that's 13 pounds. That done been in many other hunter hands before he touched mine and earned his reputation. When he got to me, I took that dog on 10 states. And everywhere he went, he performed to the T. He made his own name for himself. I couldn't take the credit from Todd Fulford or Henderson because they the one who bred that dog. They also worked that dog before I touched him. But what Todd Fulford charged me for the dog, it wasn't what the normal prices was, but it wasn't a bad price that I felt that, oh man, he robbing me.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he said
the dog was worth it,
I said I want him. It wasn't no hesitation. It wasn't no bullshit. I take him, and I took him. Now I got more phone calls for Doc when people found out I got hold of the dog. They thought I stole him. People was going crazy. People was telling me that, oh, the dog belonged to me. Ship him down here to me. So what did he produce? He produced a lot of fucking dogs. He produced my yard is based off of him. And if you don't think I got something good on my yard, all you gotta do is come down there and work them. Tell me what you think at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was out there, so I already know. I got my cousin Griff up in here. What up, cuz? Yeah, this is Biggs.
What's going on, man?
No, yeah, this is Biggs. I'm trying to get my cousin. Like I said, this is another one. Everyone knows Keith's my cousin, but this is another one of our cousins that actually he got a Patterdale, but he be busy, so it's hard for him to get out as much. But he does his thing as much as he can back out here where where we're at. Right. But yeah, we're trying to get him out to New York so he can see how it is out there.
Time, Griff. Take a day off, man. Tell him that the house is on fire down here. You coming to help put it out. Get down
here. Yeah. So we can see how the game out there. Because again, For those who wasn't and actually this is good for me to mention this too for those who's been tuned in. We've been talking about the upcoming event in August that Biggs is hosting. I was recently out in New York and yeah, as soon as we hit a field, we hopped out the truck and was out the trucks for about 5 minutes before Chase found a hole with a groundhog in it. And we was after that it was like got that one out, walked this way for 2 minutes, found another hole, got that one out, you know. So yeah, there's the August 29th event. There's definitely game out there. No one should have a problem finding game, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on here with Biggs. I'm saying that because I was out there. I don't know what was it, 3-4 weeks ago or something, Biggs.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah, so yeah, I was just out there, so I know for sure. And I've never found game that quick
And I
anywhere.
see
So
my boy Dan had came on here. We had a great time with him in Michigan too. He was him and his girlfriend. Um, they definitely about their dogs.
for sure, Jamie Park, hell yes, built in the USA, of course, Jamie. What's to
Only
say?
in America.
Thing said Devin is a slim profile locator, but they aren't made anymore.
You
Was
know,
that a
hard to find them.
yeah? Were those for dogs or was it for
Yeah,
ferrets?
they was for ferrets, but you could use them for dogs.
Yeah, because that's another
I
thing
still
that
got two
I see.
collars.
There's a whole bunch of locators that they made before for like not a whole bunch, but there's several locators they made back in the day for ferrets that were used for dogs, but it's like you can't find them no more. Just really
Yeah,
probably because the ferret ratting is pretty. I mean, as we know people who do it, and there's people that do it, but as far as worldwide and really out there, it's dead. So, but
yeah, we
hey,
still got two collars. I just ain't got a locator for it.
yeah. Anthro 1K 2,500 is reasonable for pups of two workers. Yeah,
I would agree.
I
Um,
say the 25K. Say it. So say if you got not to cut you off, Biggs, real quick, my
I
fault.
know you good.
Say if you got so you got a pup, you got the parents, both the parents are workers, but then you got the grandparents, meaning all four of the grandparents are workers. You know what I mean? Like on both sides. I would say that dog, that pup might be worth something like 2,000. I don't know about 2,500, but I would say for me, I would say something like 2,000 because, like I said, you got the grandparents on both sides that are workers. The parents are workers, and now that dog. And not saying that's hard to find because I know Biggs, you got dogs on your yard where there's generations of workers. Do you know what I mean? But I would say those are the dogs that would be, you know, worth 2,000 because you got a lot of pups out there where it's like okay the parents were workers but on the mother's side the grandfather on the on the mother's side the grandfather wasn't, you know what I mean, or on the father's side the grandmother wasn't, you know what I mean. But if you got all four grandparents that are workers, I would say maybe those are the dogs that are worth 2,000. What you think about what I just said, Biggs?
I could agree to some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's what? How can I say? We could take David. No, we can not say him. Um, if you come into a yard and you seeing that his bloodline is basically is going all in the same direction,
Yep.
then I can say, hey, this is well worth it. When you go to a game dog yard, that man earned this reputation because of what he put out there.
Yep.
And what he put out there built his money up to what he wanted to charge for his dogs. If you got 50 dogs out there and all 50 dogs is just pounding and pounding and pounding, and they also giving you some production, why wouldn't you charge higher?
Yeah,
You know, you got a good product right there. And unless somebody puts something shitty in it, you're going to continue getting good product from there. So, it's really about what you put into your dog, what they put in their dogs. You know, it's for us. The world don't got too easy. We get to watch live stream, so that kind of eliminate people having to actually get up and go look at dog shit physically, and hearing about the person that wouldn't have seen that dog. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why we got these private groups, so people can start seeing a lot of these dogs work, which we need more people working dogs. You know, you see the tri-state boys always working their dogs. You see one-on-one kiddos working their dogs. You might see us working our dogs. You'll see Jamie taking dogs out there, you know, when he get guests down there. And the thing is, the more you see, if you just say you see let's say Payday. Yep. Every time people saw Payday, I put Payday on live stream. I took 11-month pup, put him live stream for 30 days.
Yep.
And this dog did not stop for 30 days until we turned a year old. Every day they watched this dog go pound for pound with anything, groundhog to raccoon, kept bouncing back and forth, and he was a 10-pound dog.
Yep.
So when people saw that, you can't expect me to say, hey, come get a puppy for $200. I will be a damn fool.
Nah, that's crazy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
ferrets cost more than $200. Where I'm at.
Seeing something like that, when you see the dog working every time, you know, you see this dog or you hear about this dog, you're not hearing nothing less but a phenomenal talk about the dog. The dog is earning what it's supposed to get. You know, it's not it's not about what quality. I mean, what you know, what your personal feelings is. You got good quality right there. You ain't gonna go if you go get a pair of Jordans, but now if you're gonna pay less, you might get a pair of Jordans that look just like Jordans, but it's gonna say Organs. So those is 34.
Yeah.
You gonna complain about that? and I kind of look at it like, you know, if people go walk in the store and go spend the most money on something that they want, and that store price is whatever is at, it's either you got two options. Either you're gonna spend it or you're not.
It is what it is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that store gonna sell it somehow, some way. It's gonna go.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell somebody what they should charge for something. It's all about you do your research. You come out and work with it. Calvin, let's take Calvin for example. 90% of his dogs is coming from overseas. He's the import. We consider cutout kennels consider you the import king, my buddy. Import king. He owns all the imports here, and he got top of the line shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if he chooses to sell them dogs for $1,500 to $1,000, you know what I'm saying? Well, okay, it's for him and his level of it, it's worth it. Mm-hmm. He had to get passports for these dogs. He had to spend money. You know, he got to spend money on medical, food, transport to bring these dogs from another country to here. And he's also working the shit out these dogs. So why wouldn't he charge what it's worth? And if you wanted something watered down and burnt out, go get you a Jack Russell mixed with a Patterdale. I'm sure you get those for $100, $150.
Let's go to that. That's all facts, man. All facts. Let's go to the chat real quick. We got Griff. Keith Griff, what up, Biggs? Heard a lot about you.
Griff.
Yeah, we gotta get Griff out there. Can't wait to get out there with the pack.
Yes, sir.
Is there any broke coat pats in the States these days?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Go see Calvin because he got a lot of dogs with curly hair. I mean, they curly too. He even put rollers in some of their hair. But don't tell him I told you that. No, it's quite a few people out here that got broken coats. It's a lot of people that like broken coat dogs. So, I'm not a real fan of broken coats, but
no,
a good dog is where you're gonna have it.
let's see what we got here. Keep scratching. So, what style of Patterdale do y'all prefer? A smart and hard dog, or a hard dog? Oh, stupid. Or just a bay or a bay plus. When it comes to the Patterdales, is we don't nothing bay.
But you got a lot that do bay.
Yeah, but we don't want them to bay.
Yeah, a lot of us don't want that.
We don't want them to bay.
Do you want a smart and a hard? I would love a smart. I love smart and hard dogs all day long.
Yeah.
I have had hard dogs that don't think, but I'm gonna tell you like this: a lot of those dogs will kill themselves to kill what they got to kill, and for me, that's not worth the. It's not worth it. I want a smart dog that's going to think also, but also know how to go in and kill. You got two type of dogs. You got a brawler and you got a killer. Same thing in the boxing world. You got a brawler, you got a killer. And you want to make sure that you're, at the end of the day, when you go to hunt your dog, you want to make sure that your dog come home as best as you can. So to take a smart dog that's going to think about how to kill at some point, it's I'd rather have that. I'd rather we got dogs that will rather bite. They will bite and break the bottom jaw so they don't get harmed no more. They done been bit up enough. So the smartness taught them how to. Okay, you know what? If we take the bottom jaw off that thing, it can't harm us.
Back.
Now we can work all day. We can, you know what I'm saying? So no, I prefer smart hard dog. That bay and stuff, we get those, we get those nice slip and send them to a nice little family, old lady or family that can't afford those dogs that I would love to see if I could make a little kid smile.
Definitely. So Sirius got a question. Biggs. I don't think so, but you got any pups at the by the event?
No.
We might.
No.
Ooh, Bella's is being bred.
They're not gonna be ready by the time they come. They're not gonna be ready to get sold.
No, it might just meet that date.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. We do have a little pup that we're gonna have ready for the show itself. What's his name?
Oh, my dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna show him in the little puppy event part.
Mm-hmm.
He a little crazy.
He's what, about 12 weeks old? It's
the brother.
Yeah, it's the brother.
So
we're gonna show him out, but we might have a litter. We actually came home with some of the dogs in heat, so we're gonna see how that turned out.
It could be a litter just coming into the world, though.
No, it only takes 62 days, sweetheart.
Okay, but still, you can't give them up until you gotta cut
5 weeks, so the end of August. Hello, do your math.
I am.
You suck at school.
No, I don't.
I don't know.
What's it? 1-on-1 Kennel said awesome. Huh? What you said?
I said it's a possibility we might have something ready by then.
Okay, it's a possibility. So serious. So if you want or if you want a thing too, if you want to just come out and
man,
check the event,
get their learning experience.
Yeah. You check the event. You know what I mean? Maybe help out someone like Billy Houston dig, and Billy Houston been doing this for years, so you'll learn a lot from him. But yeah, and man, you know how to contact me, so When we're not on the live, you know how to contact me. So hit me up and we can figure something out. 101 Kennels, awesome show as always, gentlemen. Great to see you in the past.
Yes,
Weekend
sir.
Pigs, yes. Because he was just out there.
I'm not gonna start with you. Y'all got the upper you and Gabe. I owe y'all one. Tomorrow morning I will see you. That's Calvin. I would definitely be on social media talking about you.
I think he ain't say hi to me.
He ain't say hi to you because y'all light brights. Y'all supposed to communicate without having to speak.
Cheers, 101. Great work, and we'd love to see you as a guest.
He ain't a guest there no more.
Yeah.
He done been down here more than enough. He ain't a guest.
Who?
Calvin.
That's not Calvin.
101 is Calvin.
Yeah.
He just ain't talking.
Keith, the Patterdale community is getting bigger in the state. It may take some time, but the Patterdale is on the rise and will be worth the money. Yes, for sure. We just got to make sure they're working them. We just got to make sure they're working with. If they're not working them,
then it's not going to bring.
They're not getting the dog.
It's going to bring the value down.
Yeah. So, and I mean, some people might not agree with it, but I kind of like the idea that you had Biggs, as far as like, okay, you don't give the papers until you see the person you gave the dog is working the dog. So I
don't.
Yeah.
You know, because if you want a dog, if you just buying a dog just to buy a dog just for breeding, well then if I decide to sell it to you, guess what you're gonna get? Just a dog. It ain't gonna never have that stamp of us.
Yep, that's how it goes. 101 Kennels, good evening, son. That's Jamie Park saying what's up to 101. Anthro, I'm certain they will be in the future. Stay tuned. Great to see the effort you put into the dogs. Oh, he's saying what's up back to Jamie Park. Talking and listening, dogs. How can it get any better? Yes, that's what we came to do. Come here and talk about the Patterdale Terrier, and of course, sometimes these conversations leads to conversations about other dogs. But yeah, just build the Patterdale family. Come here, keep the vibes right. Good vibes always. Everyone has their opinion. If you don't agree with another man says, it's all good. Try to keep the vibes right here. So yeah, Jamie. Definitely a good place to come and talk dogs. I agree with Biggs. That is good and important. Should fetch a better price for pups and stud fee. Okay, so he agrees that should fetch a better price for the
now.
Stud
My one
fee.
thing I'm gonna say, Anthro, you got a lot of good dogs that's over there, but you also got a lot of good dogs over here too. Never feel, never think that we don't have no good dogs over here that can meet the same quality as over there. And I will say, down the years of road, we're going to prove that. And I can even say Calvin will prove that because he might have got the dogs from over there, but his production that's coming that he's building off of there within a few years won't have nothing to do with import no more. It will be all his. And it's all about what he put into his dogs that you're going to see. He get down to 6, 7 generations. It ain't no such thing as the import in there no more. It's all American stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's don't expect that it's just import stuff that makes it good.
What else we got here? I need a dog with a mean curl so I can spray with activator. Follow the drip.
Okay, go to Calvin. He got it. I seen a curly dog, man. That dog hair was so curly. I thought it had natural curly hair, man, and all. Called it Big Worm.
There goes Calvin right there. Yeah, we got wire coats. that stuff down from the Stevenson and Warren stuff that we have as broken coats. There are a couple sublines in some families of the Cocker stuff.
Then I tell you, go to Calvin, you get all the, you get the big. He got big worm dogs. His dogs was on the movie Friday.
Can you share a link to the event in the chat?
To what you
yes, give me
Oh.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll share the link in the chat. Give me a second. I'll put that in there. Oh, there it goes. There goes Calvin saying what's up to Mama.
What's up?
No, I can't let you slide, Calvin. You tore my ass up.
Slide where?
He want me to let him get away for the eyelash jokes they had. Him and Gabe. I ain't letting that go. It touched. You touched the bone that day.
Does Biggs have a YouTube channel?
No.
Actually, yeah, we do, and we're gonna be releasing this weekend a host of videos. We just haven't been on there to put videos up, but this weekend I got my computer tech coming in, and she's going to release a very large amount of videos. So you'll be able to see it soon.
I'm the true key.
No, she don't.
Dang! I ain't following my business.
You fired.
Chat, it's my best friend. Calm down.
That's right. It's
part of me still.
She coming in and she's gonna upload. We got at least a dozen of videos.
See, okay, shh. They only here to listen to me.
You will be able to see my daughter work with her what's that bonnet on her head.
I don't work with bonnets on. Bro, Dad, stop telling all my business.
Oh, the bonnet.
It's gonna be live on the TV.
The bonnet holding down the edges.
Yeah.
That's not even what this for.
With Crocs on. Let's not forget Crocs.
Bro, because boots is uncomfortable.
Yeah, she digging with Crocs on.
Jamie Park said, you know the old dog man saying, I'd be worried about who I buy the dog from than how the dog's bred.
That's a fact. Now, I agree with that.
Calvin, you see, he must miss you because he's wearing your shirt right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Patterdale Association shirt. Yes, I am. and I got my mug up there.
Yeah, with his long girl lashes.
Go on. That's why you about to move over there with him.
Anthro, Biggs or Chat? As a blanket statement, would you agree Americans like hotter terriers while Europeans prefer mixers? And do Europeans prefer mixers because their game's bigger?
That's a yes or no question. That really is. I think America always liked something hard. So that part I definitely agree there. The European way is I think it's like a 50-50 for them over there. Just seeing a lot of this, the work that they dogs have put in says they do a lot of hard. They definitely go a lot of hard, but they also, have a honorable status. They like to do honorable things. Where we're contaminated, so our stuff don't stay honorable all the time. So I mean, it's a 50-50 there. But you got a lot of old school here that do like mixers as well. I have met few people that prefer their dogs to bay.
Patterdale.
Tea, but that's what they choose. That's what they choose.
Yeah.
It really depends on the person and how that person really goes. I mean, you got areas that people like to do catch and release. So baying it is what they like.
Yeah. That makes sense in that manner. America is teeming with good terriers right now. What's it say? Oh, my thing was covered it. Emo specifically better than where we was. We are significantly better than where we was 12 or 13 years ago, in my opinion.
I think so too. That I definitely agree with. I think we're the handful that's really working on the dogs now are putting dogs going into dogs really more extreme than what they used to. I think the men back in the day was a little more harsher on their dogs as schooling them and looking for which dog is the best. You know, they a lot of time like I don't feel that you should wait a year to 2 years before you start working the dog. I think a schooling process should start when he got teeth in his mouth. You know, you got people that don't start touching their dogs until 15 months, 2 years old. But now if that dog doesn't work out for you the first couple of times, then what you do? You knock it off or you get rid of it.
Yeah, and just spent a year and a half.
Yeah, you wasted all that time feeding it, taking care of it, medicating it, but you didn't put no schooling process in it.
Yeah.
So I'm with you there, Cal.
He said, I've seen dogs that were hard on the other side of the pond come here and become bears. I've seen dogs that were hard here that I don't believe would have made it overseas on grays.
I agree there. I'm gonna leave that.
Oh yeah.
I definitely agree there.
Okay.
Go do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Take them chairs back. She about to take it in, fellas. So it's just me now.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah.
So no, I definitely I've seen dogs and heard stories about dogs. You know, I mean, it's a good dog is where you got it and how you keep it. So,
okay.
I think certain people that can send certain dogs over there, them dogs is going to do what they supposed to do. But then it's people that was over here that could send some of their shit over there and dog ain't going nowhere.
Okay, Jamie Park. We'll get to that. I've seen dogs that were mute dogs on the other side of the pond come here and find a voice, and I seen vice versa. Vice versa, or that even grays on the other side. Okay, vice versa. Yeah. I'm pretty that's how things work pretty much with everything.
But now don't that goes to show that
He's talking about bears.
Right, but now that goes about the handler who's working that dog. Because that's the only really big change that made in that dog. It's not. I don't think changing the land made that dog do that. I think it's more about what the person was making, putting the dog through. You know, if you got somebody who's not letting the dog open up and go hard and do what he's supposed to do, sit there and he's holding his dog back, and then all of a sudden down the road you send this dog to somebody else that's actually going to push this dog to it. And if that dog realizes, I could do this now, and he's going to go super hard now. It's the handler. That comes with the handler skills and ability. That's not the dog fault. Can't blame the dog for that. You got to blame the handlers on that one.
Yeah. Jamie Park says, You send us anything and give us 30 years, we'll be better. We'll make it better. We're America.
Half of America.
Anthro, oh, he got jokes. Someone needs to change the battery in the smoke.
I know. I gotta change them. It's actually right here. He's actually right here. I gotta change it out.
Yes, sir. But yeah. You know, before we get up out of here, we've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. It's been a good night. We might, there's a couple more weeks, so we might get into it a little bit more as far as the August 29th event.
That's what he's working fine. Well, like I said, August 29th, the 30th, and now we're gonna add the 31st.
Okay, that's good for people to know.
Everybody needs to come down that they can make it down. If you got Patterdales, come. If you don't got Patterdales, show up. It's the experience that you're going to be able to get into and work with is phenomenal. There's nothing fake about this. Those who's coming with dogs, if you don't have a locator and you want to put the dog on, somebody usually keep an extra locator. We're going to do something. We'll get you a collar on the dog, but there is no dogs being released without a collar on. Mm-hmm. We got more than enough people coming with locators, and all the collars are able to get picked up. We don't leave a dog behind, whether it's dead or alive. We don't leave a dog in the ground behind. So. Mm-hmm. We got more than enough people that's coming to dig. Bring your shovels. If anybody needs to know the artillery to it, you can get it from Woods. You can get it from me. Get it from Calvin, Mr. Parks. I got them. We got them all posted up on the groups. Don't come unprepared. This is not no. Don't expect it to be a event like at a how can I say a dog park. We are actually really going into wildlife areas. We really are going to be working the dog. If you ain't got the proper gear, don't come without boots, water boots or something. You're gonna walk into thorns. Come with your machete. Bring it all. Bring spray for the bugs. Come prepared. Because we're doing real work. We're gonna do some real hunting work. We do have some areas where I promise you will walk into raccoons, but it ain't easy getting your dog. And we're gonna have to do it real heavy. We all gonna work together, but it's gonna be worth every minute. Definitely. You should. Anybody that don't have a dog that want to learn about these Patterdales, this is going to be one of the events that you need to show up. It's definitely going to. I will make sure you don't leave unsatisfied. That's a fact. Even if we got to put a couple of dead raccoons or a groundhog in your car with you, you're going home with fur. You know. I don't know how much more to stress it or say it. It's more stuff we might be adding on to things. But we definitely looking for the best male. We looking for the best female. Might even look for the best dig. But it's going to be explosive, and it's going to be worth every bit of your time coming down. All the great people that's going to show. I have a few people that done reached out to me. We do have hotels available. I actually sat down with all of them. The Alcott Resort dropped his prices down, so I believe it's $82.50 a night instead of him charging $100. I locked in 5 rooms there, plus, whatever else that's available. Niagara Shores is a camp resort. They have swimming pool. They got cabins. They got the hotel. They got the little loft, and they even got tent area as well. And you got the only catch to them is they tell you that you got to pay. You got to stay for 2 nights. The fees are under $200, so you're paying about the same price, about $80, $75 to $80 a night, and you got access to all the stuff there. Your dog is dog friendly, so your dogs is nice and safe. We will have a wash station for the dogs, so you can give your dogs baths, do whatever you got to do. We will pretty much have everything set up perfect. The next hotel is called the Lighthouse. They're right on the beach, so you got access to the beach. Again, they're dog friendly. Their prices are very low. They're fly. So we trying to make it more suitable for everybody to come down and enjoy it for the weekend. And also, I know we're gonna have a late dinner that we're gonna on Saturday that we're gonna cook, and we're gonna give it to everybody. Lunch. I'm gonna have a couple guys, people come out that's gonna do some vending. So you'll be able to get some good lunch for a very low price. There's also local restaurants around. We even might have some drinks. Anybody for during the night want to have a couple of drinks? We might have some moonshine for y'all. We're gonna have a little bit of everything. But Saturday night, it's gonna be on Cut Up Kennels. We're gonna, cover all of that. Sunday, we're also gonna do some more for those who wanted to hunt different dogs, and more with the Patterdales. We're gonna take you to another location that's within the same area to do there, and that's also raccoons. A good raccoon area, and it's, not as heavy with the groundhogs, but it is some groundhogs there. We're gonna be ready for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right,
look forward to it.
Yes, sir. And hopefully everyone in the chat, you can get out there. Again, so serious. Someone like you, if you don't have a Patterdale and you're just tuned in, you can still come out and learn, still come out, but help someone else dig, and it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be vibing. It's all good people. Biggs and his people is good people. I've been out there, so yeah, it's gonna be a good time. What's it say on here? I believe Biggs event is going to be one of the best in the state for traditional aspects of the breed. Yes, I agree too. And yeah, as you could tell, that's what Biggs is trying to do. Yeah. And keep the hunting aspect going always is the plan, is the big plan, the big goal.
I'm actually working with Ohio to help them try to organize it so we'll keep it in the same format to move forward.
Okay.
So it won't be exactly the same as ours, but it will be in the hunt format, same direction.
Same direction, just different states.
Yeah, because I believe theirs is in September, and we'll be down there with them as well. Different game. They got bobcats. They got every little more stuff than we do. So it's just, it's gonna be good.
Oh. So yeah, that's another one coming up. But yeah, as you can see, I put the flyer here. So if you ever need to see it again, you can always come back to this video and go to the end of the video and check this. But,
anybody, that's the flyer. But I do got the artillery already put out on the different groups. If you on Facebook with me, you can get it off my Facebook page as well, or you can get it from Woods or Calvin, any of them. Or you can reach out to me and I'll get it to you.
Yep. Anthro, thank you for always coming through. You're always in the chat heavy. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend. you know, if you got anyone that wants to learn about the Patterdale, getting involved in the Patterdale, this is the place to come. Everyone we got here that we talk to is well experienced. So, you know, and you got a lot of different point of views. Again, we always do it here. Respect everyone's opinion, to each our own, but a lot of different point of views. But for the most part, when it comes to the facts and the stuff you need to know and learn about the Patterdale and the hunting aspect of the Patterdale, yeah, it's all facts here from people that are well experienced. So yeah, and what Billy Houston, great job, dog, man. Appreciate you, Billy. Appreciate you for coming through.
Calvin, I
Biggs.
sent you a text earlier. Please respond to it.
Yeah, go ahead, respond to that.
God damn, he'll never respond. He too, you know, he that guy right there, man, is something special. Something special.
Yeah.
I between him and Gabe, you know, you always on your tippy toes with them. You never get a break with them.
That's what's up. Oh, and I also want to always give a shout out to my bro Marshall. He's you know, busy. He got the newborn baby, so he couldn't be with us here this week. But yeah, shout out to the bro Marshall. Always, he will be back with us soon. Biggs, appreciate you. Let Kings and Mama know, appreciate them for always coming through. Y'all always show us love, and you know, we always learn something every time you're on here. And yeah, I'll be seeing y'all at the end of this month with Cinnamon Spice and the damn thing nice. Fire and Chase. Get them back out there and, you know, get in the dirt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
See you later, man.
Everyone else have a good night. Peace.
Good night.